Hi, welcome. If you're new to the channel, my name is Elliott and you're watching Rickety Ski Reviews. Today, we are skiing on the Renoun Endurance 88. This ski is 88 underfoot. I have completely kept myself blind to what the material is made out of, what kind of the secret sauce is. I just want to go based on feel so I can give you my honest opinion. The length I was on today was a 177 with a 16-meter radius. These skis really push what you would call an all-mountain ski. These are much more like 70% carving and 30% off trail. These skis are super aggressive with their turns. I really felt more like this was a slalom ski with a little bit of, I don't know, some kind of secret sauce that allowed it to float really well. So I'm just gonna start out by saying, I really like these skis. I thought if you are somebody who is really hyper-focused on carving, who likes the groom runs, who wants a good turn, I think this might be better than a Stockli. Honestly, if you are mostly on trail and you just want to be able to float when there's a little bit of powder, I would absolutely recommend these skis. I also noticed that these skis, you really feel every part of the turn. Everything is just really precise, really dialed in. They feel like a race ski. I actually skied on them 2 days because the first day the conditions were really bad. Today the grooming was a little bit better, so you could kind of feel every part of the turn. So I didn't want to go just off of that initial reaction. I wanted to give you guys kind of a full feeling on good days and bad days. Let's start off first with the good. What's good about these skis? These skis are insanely aggressive. They are like slalom skis that are somehow designed to go in the powder. These are not so much all mountain skis as they are carving skis, and I like that. I like good carving. These are kind of like a glass cannon. When you dial them in, they just execute the turn. They go right through it. They cut like no problem. They are very, very precise skis. Something about the material, you feel every bit of the turn. You feel the initiation, you feel kind of the apex of the turn. There is nothing that you kind of slog through or that the ski does for you. This is a very precise ski that wants you to really feel and savor every turn, which if you're somebody who enjoys carving, you're gonna like that. The other thing that I was really surprised by was the off trail. I took these off trail in a little bit of powder and holy moly, I kind of expected them, because they feel like a slalom ski, to just sink down. And whatever they did with that tip splay, they float so well. I was really impressed. A little bit of powder. I took these in just a few inches of powder and they performed so well. Like, they just floated through the whole thing. These skis really overperformed in the trees more than I expected. They also had good turn-to-turn time in the trees. Now, we don't have a ton of snow, right? We only have 2 or 3 inches in those powder sections that I found, but I didn't expect them to do anything. So take that with a grain of salt. I'm sure if you went like 6 to 9 inches, maybe over a foot, you're gonna start to struggle a little bit more. But for what I saw and for how tightly these turn, I was darn impressed. I kind of thought that I was just gonna write them off as a carving ski, but no, they do good off trail when it comes to powder. Now, when these skis are in the good conditions, they're probably the best ski you could put on your feet. When they're on good groom trails, they ski so precisely. When they're in good fresh powder, they float amazingly. These skis, in good conditions, they're almost unbeatable. They're, at least as far as what I've seen, they're probably one of the best skis in good conditions. But as we know, and as you can see in the dirt behind me, it's not always super good conditions. The bad with these skis is honestly kind of the same as the good. You feel every little thing. And so when conditions are bad, when you kind of have choppy snow, when you kind of have that crusty snow and you get hard vibrations, you feel every single bit of that. When the on-trail snow is not groomed well, when there are bumps, when something is skied out, you feel every bit of that. When it gets icy, you feel all of that chatter. I saw like a little bit, I tried really hard to avoid the marketing, but I saw something like that this has technology for anti-chatter. I'm not sure where that was. I felt every little bit of chatter. Now, those were in really bad conditions. And like I said, I actually took an extra day to ski on these just because I want to make sure I got them on a good day. And it kind of confirmed everything I thought. On a good day, these are like the best skis, but on a bad day, these are probably skis I wouldn't want. They don't feel damp. You feel every little bit of it, good and bad. So take that into account. If you're getting these skis, maybe get a secondary pair of crud cutters, something like a Vocal Mantra, something like that head ski I was on the other day, the K2 Mindbender even. But I don't think I could recommend these as a daily driver one ski quiver. I think these are kind of a fair weather ski. When they're good, they're the best, honestly. But when they're in hard conditions, they really struggle. And that doesn't mean all off-trail is bad. Like I said, when the off-trail skiing is good, these performed insanely well. But when it was choppy, when it was crunchy, when it melts and then refreezes, these skis really struggle. That's kind of the downside of these skis. They really, really struggle with bad snow conditions. Every ski kind of does, but some skis that are in the all mountain category tend to do a little bit better with that. But all in all, it's hard to like really give these skis too much of a hard time about that because no ski is really overly designed to be skied in bad snow. I just think that these skis are a little bit on the optimistic side. They need a little bit more dampening. They need a little bit more kind of weight behind them to get through that stuff. But it's a choice, right? It was a choice to keep these really light, to keep them really responsive. And I swear, the guy who designed these, Cyrus, he obviously cares about carving. He likes to feel that. And I do too. But there's a balance in that, like, when the conditions are bad, boy, you really feel it. You're the first to know. And it can be a little hard on your feet over time. I don't know. That's a downside. But, you know, like I said, I don't care if you buy these. I'm just here to tell you the truth about skis. But that being said, these skis are groundbreaking. These skis are making a change to the industry. These skis are actually revolutionary. They just need to kind of figure out their shape a little bit more, or they need to figure out the materials. They need to get kind of dialed in to be more approachable for even bad conditions, but maybe they don't want to be. Maybe these are for somebody who's just gonna take them on a good day. I know people who don't ski in this stuff. They go, oh, I'll just wait till it's good. And if you're that kind of person, then these skis might be for you. Or maybe these are a second pair of skis. Like you have another pair of skis that are for bad conditions and these are for your good days. And if you have these on a good day, well, you're gonna be smiling ear to ear. Because of that, I think this is a hard ski to score because it would be like, you know, in the upper echelon on a good day. If you're looking for a carving reactive ski, I don't know if you could pick a better ski. My dad skied on these, who is a PSIAA instructor, and he really just likes working on fundamentals and skiing on groom runs. He said he'd give it a 9. He said, I've never skied on anything like it. I love this ski. I love feeling every part of my turn. But if you're somebody like Zach, who's gonna kind of go on the groomers, but then also wants to send it off trail, this might be a harder recommendation. It's really hard to give these a score because I think that for the people that these are targeting as a premium ski, it's a home run. I don't know of a better ski to recommend, honestly. But for somebody who just wants to be able to throw something in the car and grab it out, it's a harder ski to recommend. So I'm gonna give this ski an 8 out of 10 for the average person. If you wanna be able to take it anywhere, you are gonna feel this on your feet. But let me reiterate, if you're somebody who is maybe a master skier, who likes carving, who just wants to master your carving, who has ski raced ever, and you're like, I miss my slalom skis, I think the ski's a 9 out of 10. I think for carving specifically, if you just looked at this as like a carving ski, I think it's a 9 out of 10 because feeling every part of that turn feels awesome. Feeling the ski on the groomers is a home run smash hit. It's just in that, like, realistically, trails don't stay good all day. Right, everybody knows that. And this ski really struggles with diversity. It's kind of like it loves a manicured track, but it really struggles with choppy conditions. So, I don't know, the number is kind of arbitrary at this point, but I would say overall it's an 8 out of 10. I think that I would keep an eye on these, that these are gonna do big things. I think this is like the most groundbreaking ski I've seen in a really long time. I think if you only care about the groom ski runs, this is a 9 out of 10. If you're like somebody who just likes running the track when it's corduroy, 9 out of 10 easy. But if you're somebody who's looking for it to do everything and you just want it to be like kind of a daily driver, it's a little closer to the 8 out of 10 just because it does not handle bad conditions as well as some of its competitors. But overall, I love these skis, and if you're someone who loves carving and is just gonna take them out on good days, you're gonna be smiling ear to ear. Who's this ski for? Like I said before, it's for somebody who loves groomed runs. It's somebody who likes powder but likes fresh powder. It's for somebody who's just gonna go out when the skiing's good, or will use a different pair of skis when the skiing's bad. I honestly think that this is a better ski than the Stockli, and especially in good powder, it's way better than the Stormrider. So I'm gonna recommend this to people who like Stockli skis. I think this is a Stockli killer. Christmas, they had a deal where they sent bindings with it, which brings it down to a normal ski price. Stockli fans, this is for you. If you like Stockli skis, try these out. We're gonna be seeing more from these guys, I'm sure. These were really, really groundbreaking skis. They are so responsive, like nothing else I've ever seen. I've never seen a ski that felt like a slalom race ski while also having flotation in the powder. Well done, Renoun. These were beautiful skis. Let's just talk construction. Now, first off, I want to say the construction on these is pretty nutty. What you're looking at is on the top sheet is just that typical nylon top sheet, but underneath there's actually a layer of they call it triaxial fiberglass, but you definitely feel the fiberglass. In fact, I would say when you're skiing, you can almost hear the fiberglass. It just kind of, when you get into choppy situations and you get a little bit of chatter, it has kind of that traditional fiberglass sound and feel. Beyond that, you have a full sheet of Titanal. I will say these skis are so light that whatever they're doing with the Titanal, you really don't feel that extra weight. You kind of have this cool topographical top sheet, and then that Tiffany blue base that you see a lot when you're kind of looking at someone skiing on it. You also have a maple wood core, which makes sense given that these are made in Vermont. I will say that the maple is a little less springy than some of the other woods, but on the other hand, I think it contributes to why you have such good feeling in these skis. And then this is kind of what makes the ski unique. These kind of 3-finger looking pieces that go throughout the core of the ski, kind of sandwiched between the Titanal. And inside of that you have this, what they call 8 inlays vibe stop, and then underneath that layer is another layer of Titanal, and then finally you have what they call the 4001 sintered race base with hardened steel edges. I will say actually the race base, I did notice it got a little bit dry quickly. That could have just been from transport, but the bases go really quickly. It could just be that I'm a heavier guy, but I felt like I got through the cat tracks exceedingly fast. As far as specs go, you're looking at about 1,905 grams per ski. I think with this rocker tip, they definitely felt a little bit shorter. Came with a bottle of local Vermont maple syrup because these skis are made in Burlington, Vermont. It came also with a necky, a custom necky. It came with a nice note with a coupon for your next purchase. It had all these things that really like stood out from any other ski I've ordered or demoed or anything like that. Now, does that matter to the ski? No, but if you're paying that much for skis anyway, it's nice to be treated by a premium ski company, like a premium customer. They come out at about $1,000. I'll put the exact price up here on the screen. And I wanna say this is the most premium feeling ski. You are on them and they turn heads. The graphic looks really good on the top sheet. The bottom has this like Tiffany blue that you can see. I've had like my dad skied on them and I could kind of see him coming down the way. I think this is premium skis done right. So anyway, that's the end of the video. If you like this kind of content, please consider liking and subscribing. It helps my channel out, but more than anything, yeah, just thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. I know you guys watch these videos and it means a lot to me. So I'll see you in the next one. See ya.